It is time for the second map between the Immortals and NRG eSports to see who will move on to the finals in the IBP 2016 Fall Invitational. Immortals starting off on the CT side. Zeus, Phelps, Henny, Bolts, and Lucas. They get the map or the side choice because it is NRG's map choice on cash here, composed of Peter, Fuggy, Legia, Gobby, and Tapsin, with all 5 of them getting ready to rush inside the B-bomb site.
Yeah, they are. There's one member of Immortals towards Tree, so they're playing a retake B, and a perfect play coming up from NRG. They just wanted to go for the straight-up Glock train, but they run right into the empty site. So now 5v5 retake. And you're going to see utility on the side of Immortals, so smoking a nade to work with, and a kid as well. So the time not becoming a big issue as of yet. As you can see now, Tapsin towards back checkers. And they are set up in post-plant, so this is going to be hard for Immortals, but these USPs... Let's see if the superior pistol will ring out his leg. Yeah, he's going to get into a duel. It's a little shaky as Henny. More bolts in the Glock. And he's able to pick up the empty USB, and this is a little shaky. As the take in the meantime is all coming up Immortals towards the site.
Oh no, not like this. Tapsin, the last man standing, 3 versus 1, stuck inside checkers, hunt it down. He's trying to get the diffuser, but he gets body blocked. What a play there for whoever was helping Zeus.
They didn't get on the bomb with the kit.
Oh my god.
That was almost... Because Phelps was coming from...
I thought it was Phelps defusing. Yeah, that was a close one.
Yeah, Phelps came from B main. And so they had to stick it without a kit, and that was... If Tapsin was able to get one more, that would have been the round. So that was a little heart-wrenching. That was close.
So even better for that body block.
Yeah.
For whoever is helping Zeus defuse. That was crazy, because even at this point, I told myself, okay, it's a 5-man push inside the B-bomb site. There's nobody there, and I know that it's going to turn bad for the terrorist side, because when you just have too many guys alive inside the site, you really don't know where you want to go on a hold.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't hold it there, unfortunately. Legia had a little bit of a struggle in a 2 versus 1, but they're going to try to rush inside the B-bomb site one more time, with the crossfire set up, pop flash coming through as well, and it is going to be the Twins holding down the fort inside B. Only casualty, it is going to be Lucas. And that might end it there.
Yeah, well, Gobby gets 1, but it is just one of those UMPs, so they will be able to hang on to the 2 M4s. Zeus, the quick rotations coming in from Immortals as well. As soon as they see that flash pop through the smoke, they know what's happening, and the rotations start over. So we're going to see a 2-0 start. NRG now. That was a force after you get the bomb plant in the first round. So most teams would wait and buy rifles on this round. But instead, they did decide, instead they decided to force pistols and some utility, and it didn't pay off at all as the nades ran into the middle. That's Tapsin taken out, so just some upgraded pistols, no armor, as NRG decide to see if they can get the next round following real quick, as Phelps is going to drop the bomb, so now it's just a slaughter as NRG open door. But Immortals going to be cleaning up this eco round for the most part.
Yeah, not too sure about leaving the bomb there on its own at A main. No really support out in the open at the wall. You see him just chilling there, asking Leonardo to paint him like one of their French girls.
Paint me?
But yeah, it's going to be 3 unanswered rounds. Getting that bomb plant gives a chance now for NRG eSports to go for a rifle round here with a full Glock save on that previous round. Not enough for an AWP one more time. So you might have to wait a few more rounds here. The advantage of that, though, getting the flawless victory is that Phelps and Henny are stuck with SMGs. They don't want to upgrade. Not necessarily stuck, but they don't want to upgrade. So they're forced to play a little bit closer. So that's why you see Phelps moving up towards T mid and also trying to go for a counter boost maybe. No, they're going to break fence instead.
So yeah, this is a lot of E pressure coming up from Immortals. 2 players towards site, 2 mid that can come through vents. And they're actually going to boost up Henny. And that's such a hard spot to clear. You run out, you're not looking there first. So he's going to be locking down boost. He actually is able to right-click a smoke there too. Brilliant play coming up from Henny. So he's able to lock down boost. Solo man mid. They have 1 vent. So Immortals B unlock a retake. It's going to be number 400 minimap. That is going to be Bolt towards truck all by himself. And here we go. The boost is going to come through from NRG. Let's see if they're ready for this.
He's going to die. Nobody checks there. Oh, damn it. Got B gets the kill. Phelps is still inside the vents. It's a 5-on-4 situation. Now Lucas, Bolts, Phelps, and Zeus a little bit at a disadvantage because, again, you only have Phelps with the MP9, but he's hiding like a ninja inside the vents. Tapsin maybe will try to peek it out, but he's setting up for a nade first, and he's not going to clear it. So this is actually going to be pretty big here if Phelps could come around and get the backstab, especially with Zeus peeking out at the same time. It's going to be a triple man peek, and Bolt gets a double kill for the trade. So in the end, though, still a 1-minute advantage for NRG eSports. They'll get the plan for A main. They're so spread out. So far on a rotation is Lucas. Bolt's is going to have to try to act first and maybe try to get a kill or two before he falls. But now that the time is running down, they might decide not to go for it. Nobody really peeking out on NRG eSports side, so smarter for them to just stay calm and cool. And after that, we're probably going to have a tactical, or a technical pause, rather. Because...
we lost a man.
That's right.
Oh, but he's back.
No pause.
John Travolta.
It's just when you mention it, it always happens. It's like when you queue in matchmaking, or ESCA or CEVO, and you're like, why is the queue never popping? Then immediately it just pops. But bomb is going to go off. NRG eSports gets the point on the scoreboard. Again, it's not too bad of a loss there for the Immortals at this point because they didn't upgrade for any rifles, right? They had the 2 submachine guns. They still have plenty of money to work with. And they might even have an advantage to utilize an op in the hands of Henny and even a Phelps even. We've seen them use this double op setup before on a map like Cash. And Phelps is why he's still hesitating on what he wants to do here. And it's going to be an M4.
Yeah, so let's see how this work plays out. First, real strong buy for both teams. Previously, we saw Immortals have some SMGs, not too much to work with, so a strong buy for both teams. Henny going to be locking down towards mid. And again, Immortals playing more of a passive A kind of style with a heavy B presence with the player event. So heavy mid and B presence coming out from Immortals, more of like a retake, kind of relaxed mid control A hold for Immortals. And NRG just going to be working this default, and if they work this default for a little bit, they're going to be able to figure out all the tricks Immortals are trying to pull. Gabi,
he was trying to throw it out into vents.
Didn't he practice that before this game went live?
Apparently not enough.
I guess not.
That's 3 NA mollies we've seen so far from NRG eSports. Not the type of mollies that we usually see from this team, as we saw a whole different type of execution in terms of nades with this team on Dust 2 yesterday against Echo Fox. Nonetheless, though, still a 5-on-5. No op in the hands of Peter. And Peter is actually going to get boosted up and drop in. So it's going to be... no, actually, sorry. He's moving towards main. It's got B that's boosted up, and what a pick there with the Phelps.
Yeah, so now man advantage for NRG. 46 seconds on the clock. They have full control of whatever they wish to do. Their destiny is in their own hands. As Henny, though, is going to try to smash that dream, as he's going to lock down mid, close to mid as well, as the door gets open. Henny find another. He's full blind, though. Good flash coming through from NRG as Gabi finds that. Bolt, though, from fence. Crossfire set up as well. And,
not checking sight. Oh my god!
Wait,
he's reloading! Oh,
he's tap dancing! He's tap dancing!
It's a 2 versus 2 now. They can't plan because of that, but at least they get the kill out to Zeus.
But it allowed Lucas to rotate.
Now it's
That's
a 1
insane.
versus 1. Bomb is down. He's spamming across still. He's down to 35 HP. For Fugly, Lucas is down to 9. He picks up the AK-47. There's no time left on the clock. He has to go for the plant. Spam through the box. Ooh. He knows exactly where he's at. He's down to 27 HP. The smoke is still up. What a wall. Now they're both so low. He makes it out towards quad safely. Lucas has no more utilities to work with. Fugly has a flash, but it gives his position away.
I can't believe my eyes. Oh
my god.
That flash. The last
1
flash.
HP!
That's it. What a round.
So I think he must have picked up the flash at quad after.
And he threw it and then peeked, and it popped mid-gunfight right in the face of... That's
what hectic. A round.
That's crazy. And if Zeus would have gotten a kill there, that would have been it.
So we've seen some chest bumps towards Z on train, and now we're seeing Fugly reloading. Like, he's in the smoke! He's in the damn smoke!
He's yelling at his team.
Yeah. But that's going to be 3-2 now. A force buy coming in for the Immortals. Getting a Mag 7, a FAMAS, 2 M4s, and an op.
Henny towards Z, forced out of his position early. And now they have mid-control. NRG, they can slow down the pace and work off the back of this. Oh, but Bolts from range from sight's going to be able to find Peter, and Fugly, wow, that nade right in the chest. It's got to hurt. He's down to 39, so Immortals now man advantage. But they have a couple players that are tagged down a little bit.
Yeah, indeed, Henny is tagged down, so still something that's doable now for NRG eSports, but losing one of their key players being Peter, I'm going to have to try to readjust here. Legio only with a Mag 10 even on top of that, so it was a shorter buy for NRG eSports as well because of their money situation.
Oh, nice team flash coming in as well, and that's just teamwork. If Phelps had a flash and he would have had a flash himself, it wouldn't have been as effective, so the nice team flash, and they didn't clear Zeus. This is just hectic. 2 hectic rounds back to back as Fugly's able to find Lucas towards the site, but they're not going to be ready for Zeus here. And he's just going to drop tabs in, upgrade his weapon, and now Fugly has to turn around and he'll get dealt with swiftly as Immortals. these angles they're playing are catching NRG completely off guard.
And I think it's Phelps and Bolts, right, that play towards the A bomb site. Expect that to happen a lot. The pop flash should go towards A main. I think even is it Phelps that usually hides just around the corner on the shove boost. So NRG has to start paying attention to that as well, as it's been a key spot here for the Immortals to hold the A bomb site. But unfortunately there, great teamwork for the Immortals does not give a chance for NRG eSports to get any map control, forcing them to just plow out inside the A bomb site. But again, not clearing angles is the bane of their existence.
The bane of their existence, indeed. As Fugly's going to be the only man with armor on the side of NRG. They have a couple flashes to try to explode here onto the A site, but look at Immortals. From a retake A setup to 3 members being here on eco rounds, is retake B's now in play. Phelps with forklift, he's going to be able to line one up. Can he get the second? But he has teammates for that. Oh, he almost got it. Valiant effort.
Little lull out of that too. Right click from 100 HP down to 45. But it's 5-2. Finally somebody's coming back, but one more time. Not enough for an AWP for Peter.
Unfortunate.
Even Tapson going for Tech 9 for utilities. So they have 5 smokes, 3 mollies. This could be mollies to try to clear out towards vents if they want to try to take mid control. If not, they have enough to also flush out the A bomb site and try to go for those picks. First, it's going to be a boost to try to get this mid control to start. A little bit of a nade. It's going to slightly tap the Legia, but Henny gets the op kill on top of that. Phelps gets a 2K.
3 frags gonna come out. They chest bump once again in the smoke. And it's all on Fugly now. 1v4 as Immortals are able to just shut down NRG by the different setups they're able to pull out. From giving mid control up to NRG to contesting it all of a sudden, getting close up and personal. They're just switching up what they do almost on a round-around basis.
Henny's back, boys. Henny is back. They're going to ask for a tactical timeout at this time for Peter and NRG. It makes kind of sense. I mean, they did good from the initial gun round to actually win the next two. Another ones that was sloppy when they won on that 1 versus 1. But thankfully for Fugly, with the hashtag 1HP, was able to clutch one for NRG. But after that, there was no really clean or clear execution for NRG moving towards either bomb sites. So I think the best ordeal that they have so far is taking that mid control. That seems to be the cleanest spot that they're able to take. But aside from that, moving into sites is quite a feat.
Yeah, even this mid control though, Immortals do a great job of, alright, this round we're going to play retake B, let's put 1 vents, 2 mid, and they keep switching it up. So one round NRG gets given mid control, the other times they'll trade it more effectively than Immortals and are able to get it, but they always lose something when they go for mid control. And I don't know what the answer is going to be from NRG, as they're not discussing the next round, they're probably discussing the next rifle round coming out. So I'm not too sure what the solution is going to be here. Maybe be more vigilant. Let's set up our default for a bit longer, see if anyone from Immortals is going to get a little antsy and peek, but these Brazilians, as I mentioned, can hold an angle the whole round and not blink an eye, so I'm not too sure what the plan is going to be here.
Yeah, I'm expecting maybe a little bit of a passive play towards A main, just to try to counter back towards the pop flash and the aggressive pushes from Phelps or Bolts at the A main. Once they take that, it might weaken up the site for them to try to split into the A site, so putting one guy into the blue door. If they want to try to go inside B, it hasn't really been tested so far, because the only times that they really went into the B bomb site, the first one was a pistol, and then the second time, Zeus was still hiding with a Mag 7 in the boxes, so with never really any situation in a full gun round, how they could maybe exploit the positioning of where Immortals are playing. So that's going to be a little bit of the uncertainty, so I'm wondering if it's going to be more of a nade take, knowing how the A side has been played so far for Immortals.
Yeah, but it looks like they're done their discussion on, as you mentioned, yeah, A take, Immortals. It's a rough situation that's hard to break down a team mid-game, but this pause hopefully allowed NRG to break down what Immortals are up to, figure out everything they're setting up for, and trying to get a clean rifle round out here. They need more rounds on the board, and it needs to start now, but they are going to just go for some P250s. Gobby's going to stick with the Glock, and some utilities bought into it as well instead of Fugly. And They're going to be headed towards the B site. Let's see what Immortals decides to do for this setup this round. They send one player towards Highway. This time they are going to hold A aggressively with 2 players and the double stack towards B site. So this might get scary as once NRG are able to get up close and personal.
Yeah, it comes in for the crossfire again, this time inside the site. So they've done this before, actually, for the Immortals with guns before, with the M4s. Fugly's going to be the last man standing so far. They're able to take down 2. Gonna incinerate grenade, but at least they get the bomb plant. Now Fugly trying to stay alive. He's gonna get stopped by bolts. So okay, maybe they kind of know where the spots are going to be for the Immortals, because now that this round just happened, they've done this before for NRG eSports, just rushing in with pistols against M4s, where it was actually the twins. We had Henny and Lucas playing towards B, and they set up that crossfire. So they'll probably expect somebody to play passively on the left side of those pipes. So that's a little bit more information there for NRG. But now they're going to have that full gun round coming in, and even a knock, thanks to that bomb plant from Fugly. But I'm still trying to see if it's going to be a mid/A take.
Yeah, and the
towards the
double
end of the
ops are
round.
out for Immortals, though, too. So you're going to see Henny as well as Lucas get off and play with the twins. And they're going to be set up here. Henny towards mid-box. He's going to have no support as... Look at Immortals getting aggressive. They're going to push one player towards Shroud. The A setup is pretty much spread out. Or the B hold is pretty much one player headshot, one back checkers. So even if you are able to pick the checkers player, you have to deal with the one on site. They're not playing too much together. As Peter, though, going to show what he's got. Nice shot there on the Phelps.
Could be a surprise attack. They don't know that somebody's boosted up on Shroud Box, and that is actually bolts there, but a nice shot indeed. So there's that buddy system that we needed to see starting from NRG eSports that we didn't really see towards Train. But as they get this pick, Fugly got laid down to 11 HP, so they're going to have to try to play a little bit more passively. Going to go back to try to take the mid control. They hear an op sound towards Highway, and they're going to leverage Peter to try to open it up.
Yeah, they're going to give him much needed room to allow Peter to work around here and try to find this pick. The players from A site from Immortals are jumping up and down trying to spot Highway without putting themselves in too much danger. And yeah, you're right, Bolts is still up there hanging out. He doesn't move an inch as he's going to have a player towards site able to bait and trade with him as Peter's going to find Henny towards Z. And NRG, though, is still committed to this. Are they going to clear Bolts? He's going to spot free crossing. This is all Bolts. But he's full blind for the time being, and the player Highway actually spots him, but he's able to find Peter. Can he get something else? Tabs and will finally take care of him, but Peter saved his team there.
Sometimes it's so great to play patiently, but sometimes a little bit too patient is not good enough. As that pop flash that came through, he was about to line it up to get the kill and set up the crossfire with his teammate at quad. But the thing is, that pop flash came through, Peter wasn't blinded, so he was able to spot him. Unfortunately, missed the shot, but at least he'd call it for Tapson to trade it back. So NRG eSports, there you go, we said it. They were going to try to repinch towards a late A. They did so, but they did not expect those new spots. But it worked.
They made it work. Now, you're going to see just a single op out on Henny. Immortals were able to build up quite the hefty bank, as it's just starting now to get depleted. So now NRG fall back into this default. They go for a little more mid-aggression the previous round. This round slowing it back down. Back to that solo squeaky A main, couple B main, and one player passively holding boost as well as mid. And they're actually able to get the opening pick out of this. Now taps a nice shot there on Zeus. Zeus solo peeking, and there you go. NRG, their default pays off. They get opening frag, and look at that though, the paranoia as they kind of molly boxes off this time.
And Phelps is on the other side of the smoke. Peter hears it. Or he was just pre-frying, expecting that. Pop flash, Phelps is just going to stay on top until the smoke dissipates where he could fall back into the A-bomb site. But that being said, actually, as it's clear, he's going to take more control of the locker room side. So still very slow for NRG eSports. But Phelps is moving up to try to get that information. So they did a crisscross smoke to take control of mid. But there you go, Phelps moves forward. Backstabs onto Peter.
And he gets out of dodge as well. Tabson's going to continue this push forward. The bomb still has
surprise
committed somewhere. Henny with the no-scope. He's still alive. Almost gets a second shot off, but there's Tabson. So now Bolts and Lucas, Z and B players. Just look at Bolts always coming out mid. He didn't spot the head of that player. Maybe he thought it was part of the school, but he'll clean it up. But like a nice shot that coming out there, and Tabson's going to spot Lucas. So looks like NRG will get to round number 4. Immortals still looking really strong on the CT side as this map. It depends on who you ask, but I still think it's T-sided a little bit.
T-sided, you say?
I think so. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I still see it as being CT-sided, but
it's pretty close, don't you think?
Yeah, but for this round though, it's it was such a good job for Phelps with his push that he had towards A main for that backstab. But after that frag, he went for the backpedal back into the A site, and he was actually heard by Tabson and was holding towards that blue door. So playing that lurk towards that blue door came into fruition for NRG eSports to give them that chance to get that plant into A. Because as soon as he opened that door, it was just 2 AK bullets connecting into the dome of Phelps, unfortunately. And that clears out the A bomb site. So it's a little bit more of a patient play needed here for the Immortals part for getting that first kill and try to rotate back. I mean, maybe he could have been hurt, but I don't know if it was a good idea to open that blue door. Nonetheless, though, it is going to be 7-4. They're going to put a scout in the hands of Henny, and he's going to utilize that towards Z, and he's going to play that solo. So playing for a 2-1-2. Knowing that they have weaker guns, they just want to try to capitalize on where it's easier to hold, which are close doors and B site instead of mid.
And NRG back to this kind of default setup. C2 towards B main. This time the bomb's going to be in useless, trying to lock down mid. So not too much in the way of map control for NRG early on. So you can see Tabson just jump peeking with a molly in his hand. If he does spot anyone, he's going to deny them for the push. And yeah, they are just going to be boosting up. I believe that's Peter. Yep, so he's going to be locking down close mid. And now he does. The nice thing about this boost is he doesn't get spotted crossing. And if Henny is not careful, he's just going to fall off. That would have been a nice peek coming out there. Yeah, it was. So now NRG with a minute on the clock, and Immortals not too much to work with at this point, as this is the only one with the utility left, as Phelps has just a lone smoke. So NRG dwindling down the clock, putting Immortals in a weird situation when they're having to do weird stuff, just like this boost towards default on B.
Pop Flash is going to immediately blind Lucas, though, unless it falls a little bit too deep inside the left side of the site. But the thing is, if he gets blinded, it's going to be Zeus on his own with a Mag 7, so he's going to have to come up clutch here, should it happen. So here's the execution. Even Molly's to force him out of his position. Big Flash, everybody's blinded. But now as everybody gets unwhited, it's going to be the first kills coming in from Gob, getting that second kill after Lucas got the trade onto Fugly. So that they're going to move in for a bomb plant. It is planted for B main, and the last 2 guys know that they have to save.
Yeah, the mag from Zeus not connecting at range there, and you're right, they're immediately going to fall back. Save that armor rifles as NRG going to get to number 5, so it's shaping into a pretty good half for them. As they're going to be able to continue to build this bank. Peter's going to be able to get utility on this op now, and it's going to be a nice close round next round. As Immortals, though, if you take a look at their scoreboard, you're going to see Bolts and Phelps leading the charge. Meanwhile, NRG, this is only their 5th round, but everyone's kind of pretty close. Pretty good frag distribution. And the money on Immortals, though, it's not going to be too good. Look at this patience from Phelps. Look, is he going to get punished for it?
He's going to get punished himself.
Oh, no.
Even Peter gets a 180 kill. It's not even God B that got the kill. Or Legia. That's insane. But yeah, he was just trying to stay alive to keep his M4. I mean, yeah. you saw their money situation. They're so low, down to 0. So getting a 3rd gun would have definitely helped him a little bit more on the force buy. Maybe Hanny could have dropped a FAMAS here too to maybe put one in the hands of Lucas or Zeus. Actually, I think that's 2250 for FAMAS, right? So he's off for that.
I think so.
Nonetheless, though, it is going to be 7-5 NRG eSports. Looking to narrow down the lead one more time. And tied up against the Immortals on this first half. 5 rounds on T side, looking fairly strong. And Immortals playing with these low guns are playing very close and aggressively here towards mid. Meanwhile, you do also have Lucas with a Zeus. But he's not playing at an angle where he could actually get a kill and pick up a gun. He's going to count on the Deagle instead to try to get these kills.
Zeus and Phelps working together beautifully here towards mid, and NRG again back to this default. It's been working well for them so far. Be able to get the opening picks and work off of this. But a new setup coming up from Immortals, double under boost. Lucas feeling confident with his deagle towards headshot. And he's just going to continue to hold this angle. And you can see now, Tabson looking like he wants to come up mid. That Molly's going to force someone out of position. And look at that, Lucas, as soon as he hears someone's running, he ducks. And Phelps towards mid is able to find Tabson. So Immortals, the new setup might catch NRG off guard.
But because of that, at least an opening towards the A site. Yeah, God B falls as well, but they have an open site right here for NRG eSports. The thing is, you're salvaging AKs, you're 2 AKs now at mid and at B. It's going to be a 5-man retake against an op and an AK on NRG side. This is going to be quite an obstacle now for NRG eSports that they're going to have to surmount. And it's going to be Peter starting things off. Leggy at quad as well, and it's starting well, but there's 13 seconds left on the clock. You have to act quick and move in for the plant. Unfortunately, no mollies to force them out or preventing for the plant. They get it. They have a big flank from A main as well. And can Peter and Legia hold it back? They're stuck inside the site. One inside there, one at quad. Peter's playing close with the IBP. Blue door is being opened or pitching in on the other side.
Yeah, the pinch is coming out. It's all in. Again, we'll look at Phelps. He finds the one towards site and immediately flicks to quad. They knew those positionings coming up from Energy, and just like that, Immortals. The two opening picks puts Energy in a weird spot where they're forced to kind of peek angles they really don't want to try to find return frags. You have to take risks to try to bring it back to your advantage. And Immortals will just shut it down, and they're going to get to 8-5 now as Energy. They'll have money, and so will Immortals. So another strong buy for both teams as we're on round number 14.
Good round coming through, but the advantage is that NRG eSports still has enough money to go for a full gun round here, because they've won 3 rounds in a row with only losing maximum 2 players every round. I'm going to try to go for an early advantage, try to take control of mid. As he peeks out, he spotted one towards Z there. I'm going to try to reboost it. He ate a lot of damage from that incendiary grenade, and he's going to try it one more time against Henny.
Yeah, he's going to continue to hold that nice angle towards Boost. Phelps is starting this walk push, and Henny, oh, he's playing carefully. He doesn't want to peek too much, as he knows he could be a player up Boost, so he is going to continue just to lock down the mid. And Peter, so patient, is going to continue to hold this as Energy not going to move.
They're counter boosting meanwhile, though.
Oh, wow.
He does get the kill onto Zeus, but it's traded back onto Phelps. So a great job for Henny. I mean, he made himself known and shot those shots just through the smoke to say, just focus on me, Peter. We're going to have that counter boost coming through. That surprises got beat. But a nice pop flash from Fugly to even it up on a 3-3.
Yeah, they had to do something like that, and it works out beautifully for them. Like, he's going to be lining up the smoke to allow him to get out. He's going to smoke off default. He's going to throw a flash as well as the bomb's rotating to A main. And it's all on bolts towards fence as Henny is here now in support. I wonder if he is going to decide to push into sight or continue to play this back angle pretty open, as Bolt's going to be playing counter flash. He's actually going to start burning to a molly, and he runs right into the smoke. Henny here towards sight.
Oh boy.
And he's actually able to get one. What else can Henny do? Are they going to continue to peek him? Pistols out, and he's full blind, and he will get dealt with. But Lucas on the flank. And he's against 2. Tapson and Fugly. What can he get done? They're not ready for this yet.
No, they are. Gives away his position. Gets dinked instantly inside the side as well. A nade putting it on a 13. Ooh. And the headshot from Fugly.
Beautiful shot.
And this might reset it back, eh? Yeah, it did.
Yeah. They traded. Yeah. But what's interesting here is, even with Immortals with the beautiful trades early on, Energy, they're able to get the return frags right away. Fugly, that pop flash mid, as you mentioned. And they bring it back to a favorable position. So, good on Energy from going down early on and losing their Opera and Peter to still be able to bring that back. As now Immortals 8-6. Energy having a pretty good T-half. If they can get to 8-7, this is going to be a great half for them, as Peter's going to start it off great, as Immortals is high as the kitchen sink.
Fugly's asking for a flash for him to run through. It was too late now. Lucas is going to hide inside the smoke. At least for NRG eSports is not committing here. I mean, the only thing they could afford or M4 is on the Twins, and it's going to be them pushing out towards A main. Sorry, they're just at Playground. I thought they were at A main. Yeah, indeed. They have Phelps at A main. So they're actually getting a lot of information here. So as they backpedal, though, they spot Legia, and that stops it. That opens up the A side. That might be the call now for Energy to move in towards A.
Looks like it is Bolt and Lucas. Last 2 up, you see one player towards B, and that is going to be Bolts towards Z. So yeah, Energy. A side's open. They have 5 members up, and it's almost safe to say that Energy are going to get to lucky number 7. So 8-7.5 seems to be where we're headed here. The rotations now, Lucas going to probably start to get a little worried as the smokes are going to come out, and just like this, Energy going to get a free sight.
Five guys trickling inside the bomb site for NRG eSports. Bolt's trying to move up with the 5-7. Lucas, on the other hand, at the truck side. They have a kit on the back of Lucas, or around the belt of Lucas, but really no utilities for the retake. So they're just going to have to run through and count on their aim and rely on their aim to try to get these openings. But a molly's being thrown, keeps in afar, and Peter and Tapson sweeps up the last 2 kills. 8-7 to end the first half for the Immortals.
Yeah, really good T half, though, all things considered, coming out from NRG. And now it's going to come up to their CT side. And what I liked out of Immortals is they switched it up a lot. It was pretty much like a round-around basis where they'd either they'd have 2 players be site, 2 in vents, really be heavy pressure to retake A, or they'd go aggressive towards mid, passive mid. They kept switching it up a lot, and it caught NRG off guard. But NRG, with their default that they set in near the later half of this first half, they set in a default that was able to just pick apart and figure out what Immortals were up to pretty much early on. So let's see what NRG is going to do, is if they're going to go for just a typical default for the most part for their CT side, or they're going to have some things up their sleeves to try to catch Immortals off guard.
Even at this point, I mean, CT side, you don't really need to play anything differently or aggressively. You just play default spots and then let them come towards you. There's only a few areas, if you're looking at the amount of matches that we've casted on Cash, or the amount of matches you've watched from the stream on Cash. And you're looking at the A site, it's quad, it's forklift, it's inside the site, or it's highway. You're looking at mid, it's highway box, it's vents, or Z. And then if you're looking towards B, well, it's going to be the headshot box or inside the site. So you don't really need to push out. You just got to put your aim on into your favor for the CT side. I don't think you really need to change anything there from default.
So we are just going to wait for one more player to ready up. Who are we waiting on? We're waiting on Legia. Probably a bathroom break. It's not really moving. He's just kind of hanging out. But he's back. We're back in business.
And this has changed a little bit, too, from the amount of... we talked about it on Train earlier on, where nobody was really stepping up and being a highlight player for either of the teams, because it was pretty evenly distributed. But this time you see Phelps at 106.2. You didn't really hear much from Henny with the op, only at 9 and 9. Even on the other end, you don't hear much from the op of Peter. So they did a good job containing the ops on both sides, and it really comes down to those impact riflers that are going to be key on the CT side.
That's for sure. Let's see if Phelps can continue on this crazy game that he's been having so far. So we are going to get in the pistols. We're going to see Immortals pick up 4 sets of armor and a molly on Henny. Meanwhile, NRG is going to go for a kit on Legion. He's going to be playing towards mid with a couple flashes of his own. As Immortals going to show some aggression towards mid. This is going to be a vents and B main split.
That's crazy. There's only going to be one guy playing passively towards B, and on both ends for both teams, they're both playing retake B. But unfortunately, a flash from Legia blinds God B to try to get a pick, but he leans out on a surprise frag, and so does Lucas. So it's going to be a 4-on-3 situation. Fugly is now playing the same spot where God B has fallen. He's waiting for his teammates to come through. It's going to be one highway, one low, and one at B main. They're going to try to get these kills. Headshot onto Lucas.
Yeah, nice peek from Fugly. Now he has to find 2 more towards site. Unable to do so. There's Zeus, but Peter. And it's all on Peter now in a 1v2. He has 1 frag already. He's going to have to get 2 more. You're going to see Zeus just baiting for that player towards checkers. And Peter's allowed to get the headshot for free, though. He has picked up the kid as well, so this is doable for Peter, but the time is taking so far down. It's
planted for B main, too.
Yeah, it is planted for bolts as well.
Oh, no.
That was almost a thing.
And that's the thing, too, right? In CSGO, when you actually have your back turn against your opponents on the Glock, it's so hard to land those shots. So you're bobbing up and down to try to get the defuse, and it actually can be very hard for the T's to get the kill, especially on the long range with the Glock. So a good job for Peter to use the mechanics into his favor, but it's gonna be still Bolts that wins that round for the Immortals. It looks pretty good for the Immortals to start. The retake looked okay for NRG eSports, but it looked much stronger there for the Immortals. Came down to a 1 versus 1, but the Immortals are in the lead now by 2.
Look at Phelps just running up highway, yeah. He's going to find 2 early nice picks for him. That's money in the bank for him. Zeus going to push him to site. He's going to be able to find Fugly, who's already had 1 kill of his own this round. But yeah, what a round from Immortals with SMGs. Just they know the money situation for NRG, and they're just going to continue to push the issue. And they're just going to do a clean sweep with those SMGs.
They were just talking on team chat a bit. I think it was Fugly that died towards A, right? So he said, man, it just ran through a double molly inside the site. Just to get the kill, and that was Zeus moving through with that UMP.
Yep.
So that was, what, 2 kills from Zeus, 2 kills from Phelps. They're keeping it at SMGs for a 3rd round. That's even the most interesting part as well. Sometimes you see more of an AK in a hybrid buy of submachine guns in AKs. This time it's just submachine guns all across the board for 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, and look at this though. The flashes come through. Again, Peter able to do work. He gets 3. What a man. He's going to go for it as well one more time. Lucas, last one up in a 1v3. Leggett goes absolutely ham with Peter. And that flash comes in beautifully and lets those P250s do work.
Thing is, though, they're only peeking 1 by 1. This is not good. The bomb is still down. They could still see it. But it started off on a 4v1. Pretty much a 3v1 towards the end there. And Lucas will have to try to come back and win this. He's going to have to ace in clutch. As what a round for NRG eSports on this eco. Now Lucas spots him on the headshot box, and Gabi connects with the headshot from the USP in return. And it's going to be NRG eSports getting the pistol win. And all from a flash.
Yeah, that's that individual play you wanted. The flash comes through. Leggy with a P250 goes absolutely off. And yeah, the one flash invested. And catches Immortals off guard as they continue to want to press forward with the aggression with the SMGs, as they knew NRG didn't really have too much to work with. But what they had to work with was teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, as the op's out on Peter, and AK is across the board for Immortals now.
And from getting that last round with some machine guns, they have enough for AKs this round here. 2 people pushing aggressively with the rifles, but the AKs are doing the same thing. Meanwhile, towards the A bomb side, though, they're holding it up. They drop the bomb carrier, and they also move up from the highway side to make it a 3 versus 2. So they have finally contained mid side. Tabson scooch down to 2 HP, taken out by Bolts. Now it's a 2 versus 2. Bolts still trying to stay alive at NBK against Fugly, but he loses it. Actually, it's Fugly that was at NBK. Now Phelps is the last man standing. Bomb is down towards the forklift. Peter about to peek. Misses a shot, but the position's given away, but he still lands the shot onto Fugly. But finally, Peter saves the day, makes it a 10-9 score. But that was an expensive round for both teams. You'll see an eco coming in from Immortals, so that might be okay for NRG. You might see the upgrade for some machine guns instead, which is fairly doable. Positive thing is that there was no bomb plant. If there was a bomb plant, you would see AKs coming back across the board for the Immortals, where it would have been dangerous for the counter-terrorist team.
Yeah, and Immortals have head armor as well, so that buys in, and MP9 might not be doing as much work as they expect it to. As Immortals, utility, Tech 9s across the board, these things are deadly if they get close and swarm you like bees. So let's see what they're going to do. Is Bolts and Zeus going to start this walk push up? That nade's going to do a little bit of damage, but Immortals, they're committed to this, all 5 members, and look at Legia.
Gets 3 here with help from God B, as Bolts still clears it out. Tabson's still on top of Heaven. The last 2 guys are still trying to move inside this B bomb site. Heading at checkers. 1 flash trying to cross over now. Nate trying to land under Heaven, but it's not going to work. Henny's still holding out, and they're playing the time in their favor this time. Henny picking up the M4. They try to narrow it down to a 2-on-2 situation to start. At least they get a bomb plant.
Tabson's going to upgrade his pistol. Looks away from the flash, and Fugly's coming in from vents. As Bolts is going to try to press the issue. He gets 1 more. That's going to be a 3K for him, and it's all on Henny. He has armor and an M4. And it's the Yappa Peter, and a Bison of Fugly. And now, close range, Peter's forced to the pistol. Can Henny do it? No. A little rocky. As Peter will be able to close this out with a kick. So NRG bring it back to 10-10. And now NRG, if you take a look at the money of Immortals, though, with that bomb plant, it might just be another pistol round with some armor. It really might be.
It's because they invested in full Tech 9 armor, too. So they were able to come in and get the bomb plant. They bought in very low, move it into that round. Tying it up 10-10 is not bad. You'll still see a slow buy or a small buy coming in for the Immortals. If they lose this round here, they'll move up to 2900. Then they're back in the game. On the other end, though, by doing this Tech 9 buy, doing another pistol buy here, they've killed 3 guys from NRG the previous round. So they forced the rebuy on 3. If they continue with more kills, it'll be a low buy on the gun round and possibly a reset moving forward. So Zeus doing a good job, really counting on the economy of NRG eSports right now.
Yeah, they're back to some more B aggression. It's going to pull an early rotation, as you can see now. Hampton's going to be able to find Lucas. Phelps low from vents. Can't connect on anything. Fugly and Gabi going to be finding frags of their own. So just like that, now NRG have dropped Immortals to 2 members up. It is just pistols and armor invested, but the money will be there for the next round for Immortals. So this is where Immortals will get the buy-in. NRG have taken the lead, and we might be off to a 3rd map if Immortals can't turn this around soon.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, right? They needed to have at least casualties as possible for NRG eSports versus that pistol buy from the Immortals, and lost nobody. So the investment that they have now is very minimal in terms of All they need to do is readjust and rebuy nades, and they're all at the 3 to 4K mark in terms of money, so they'll be fine for a buy here, or the buy on the next round if they lose. But now on the Immortals end, they just have to take advantage of how they work that bomb plant with the pistols. But look at Tapson, moved all the way up. He's in a ninja spot.
Yeah, look at Phelps though. No fears. Peter's gonna find one Fugly from fence. They're just gonna shut this down. Peter and Fugly working beautifully together. As the bomb's down, he spots the barrel of Henny. And now they know where Henny is.
Crazy how he jumped out.
Yeah, that's madness. As Peter's gonna drop Zeus, and what a round for Peter and Fugly working beautifully together from fence and quad, as well as sight. Just beautiful positions.
You really just want to get the kill.
Scary.
Well, it's Tapson was still in that big flank, right? So he's, no matter what, if Henny was able to get 1 or 2 more, he was still going to get backstabbed no matter what. He wasn't going to expect anybody coming from behind. But the thing is, the reason why I say it was crazy is when Fugly, just before he jumped, he actually looked towards that blue door, and the barrel of the up was sticking out, so he could have pretty just, if he went for the shoulder peek, he probably could have just sprayed across the door once he spotted him. But maybe he thought the opera was going to be towards A main instead, so he was trying to bait out that shot.
Look at this run boost towards B. They tried to run boost bolts across in case there was an op there, but it doesn't matter. Phelps gonna be able to get the opening pick. Peter though, wow. You mentioned he was hot yesterday. The dirty pick Pete coming to life again. He's able to get one this round, and look at this though, they know the B site's almost empty. They're not ready for Gabi. Gabi gets one full blind bolts. He's gonna do it. Gabi locking down the B side as Fugly from A is gonna be able to find Phelps, and now Henny 1v4 and NRG looking to go up to 13, and Immortals will have no money next round.
Henny now stuck towards Cat Box. He does get the first kill, but that's it. Like you said, no money that they have. 13 to 10 in favor of NRG eSports, and they're gonna revert back probably to a pistol buy here.
They have a couple players actually picking up AK, so interesting decision. They could get 3, but no utility, so it's all on bolts for that smoke molly and what else you got, and same with Lucas. So it's up to those two to stay alive until they decide to execute and use their utility appropriately. As NRG looking to get up to number 14. Immortals feeling confident enough to allow Zeus to have an AK with no head armor against these M4s. Let's see how that's going to work out. As Phelps is going to be the first one over boost. Peter locking down that angle once again. Smoke towards A main is going to allow Henny to get into an interesting position. That flash comes through, no peek yet, but it's going to make Immortals a little paranoid. Push comes out, Fugly gets one, and here comes Lucas though. The deagle, can he find Lega? He can, but Fugly's there for the trades, and it's all NRG. As it's all on Zeus now. Last one towards Squeaky. He'll get one, but runs out of ammo, and just like that, NRG going to get round number 14 on the board.
That's another round where they're low into this buy here, Seaside. They're going to have to force it up. They're going to have Tech 9s. They're going to have AKs. Maybe even AK small armor for Henny, unless he wants to go for a scout. But really putting it all into this one here. Buying all the way down to 0. Should they lose this, they'll get $3,400, which would have nothing for NRG eSports at map point. And indeed, even at this point. If it does happen, we will definitely see the third map coming in. NRG putting up such a great fight so far in this series. Keeping Immortals on their toes. As Tapson, though, a little bit of a mistake. Trying to get some information towards towards T mid. He pays the price.
Gabi flashes himself into that awkward cubby corner. He spots players and just tries to get a dodge, but he's going to actually push forward. He does it. Gabi gets 2. What else can he do from this position? As Lucas and Zeus, last 2 remaining for Immortals. And NRG on the back of Tapson giving up first blood. Gets traded out, and now look at that though. Zeus planted at A, and it's all on Lucas. I think they might just jump on this defuse. What a hectic round as NRG are able to just show pure aggression and stance towards the B site.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Lucas at this point will just have to save his AK-47. Maybe try to drop it for one of his teammates if needed, so that they can get full utilities. But it is now map point for NRG eSports. I'm just going to let you take the Seaside. I'm getting mic issues again.
Yeah, all good. So NRG on match point. Immortals looking to fight back here. They have utility across the board and AKs as well. But Peter with his op might be the linchpin this round. As you can see, the molly towards boost going to dime Immortals. Any kind of cheeky little boost they might go for early. Peter, though, he gets one. Lega gets traded out. So 1-for-1 trade towards mid. Immortals with mid control now. And the bomb, though, keep an eye. It is towards the squeaky door. Tapson getting aggressive. Tapson's able to find two. Beautiful teamwork. As now, Fugly trying to catch someone else off guard as it's all on Lucas and Zeus to bring this back for Immortals. And Zeus will find one, but look at Lucas's position. Tapson, I think he's aware of this as well. Already 2 kills for him this round. But it's all on Zeus. As Lucas, a little far away, in a faraway land. He's able to find Peter towards Z, though. So now this is doable, as he will pick up the op as well. Tapson and Gabi to retake. You're going to see Lucas towards high with his op, and Zeus positioned towards Squeaky. Beautiful crossfire setup that Molly's going to make Lucas use that smoke. Zeus is going to get peeked, and it's all on the 5 HP of Lucas. And a 1v2. Bomb's going to get tapped as well, and it's not planted for him. It's planted in default, just outside frame main, and there you have it. Gabi will get the defuse, and NRG will take cash over Immortals. And just like that,